everybody. Back in town. It's already Thursday again, and how time flies, isn't it? Okay, let's get the mic a little bit towards me. And here's SubBoomBass. It's a very nice deep bass sound from the new presets, and it's called Bass Tabla Triangle. So it's a combination of a triangle waveform in oscillator 1 and a tabla sample, which is tuned in oscillator 2. So let's play it solo. Yeah, and on top of that, I just was playing a bit of spacey going with some Bluetooth, with some space flutes. So it's a very low beat, 17 beats per minute. And I had this sound also tweaked a little bit this is the preset virtual analog joy from BIT, but I gave the bend down 12 semi, so one octave I go down with the pitch bend. Okay, so yeah, I think people are busy with downloading SubBoomBass 2. Tomorrow we will send the newsletter. I created a little video which is on YouTube in the SubBoomBass 2 playlist about the new features inside SubBoomBass 2. It's I think it's 4 or 5 minutes, and it's a very compressed, very compact little introduction into what is new inside SubBoomBass 2. Okay, let's see in the chat room. We have some people here. Yes. I'm going to say hello, everybody, in the chat room. So I had a very, very chill introduction, as you could hear. And yeah, it was a busy day. I missed one thing, which I need to move to most likely next week. It was David, I think he is in the chat room, about a drum and bass thing, and I totally could not get to it because of the busyness with creating this video. And so we'll catch up with that one next week, David. I think that's not a problem. And yeah, I also because yeah, a few weeks ago we had, of course, the video, or we had the bass from this imagination. It's an imagination, just an imagination. And so that was taken off because I played it a bit too much, but the presets are still there. So if you go to the new version of SubBoomBass 2, you go to order by date, and they should be here. Let me see. Illusion. It's an illusion. Yeah, that's what it is. It's illusion. Okay, that's not the right synth. And I have made a few variations. And these are very nice. Not with this one, but these are very nice. So I need to I did, of course, the wrong thing here. I took the wrong instrument, so I go to recently browse, and then I can see what I used. It's not in alphabetical order, but I had the tabla triangle. That one was what's used now in this little piece. Okay, and it's better to take another SubBoomBass to show the other presets. So I open the second SubBoomBass to show you the presets. So in the bass banks 06 Illusion. They played it and in this it seems that he used the SH1000, which has a kind of pitch glide switch, but of course this you can do by simply using the pitch band. So that one is in there with a few variations. Yeah, and then we have, of course, the Winston added this this bass he created, which is let me see, because we have many new basses in the last bass bank. Let me see. I think it was Strato. That's a good one. And the long list, maybe I should order by date. Ah, here it is. Baritone bass. Very nice one from Winston. Yeah, most likely from last week there are some more presets made. Some of the FM type things I used, which are very punchy. Oscillator 1 modulating oscillator 2. But let me see which was another one. Yeah, this I created again this lately bass, but then more for SubBoomBass with velocity. A bit of variation on it. So that's more a bit like the original lately bass. So if I would play that one, it's pretty nice bass. And you see, it's having no FX. So it's a very low beat, this one. Yeah, and the singularity. Bass. It's a very low beat, it's a more trap tempo. Melt with kick. This one's very punchy. Yeah, so you see a lot of new stuff. And of course, we have received some very nice presets from Tonal Axis, and he has some very brilliant sequences, which one I used also in this short video about the new things inside of it. So let me play a few of these. Of course, the tempo is very low, which could be interesting. So maybe I should go to tempo 100 to have more average tempo. Oops, not 1000. Yeah, here also the 808 snare. Combine it. Okay, the other. You hear the hi-hat? It's totally wild was this tempo. So let's mute that one. That's a bit better. Okay, little. This one is a bit like Depeche Mode. And you see it uses pattern mode. So if you click to the edit and you see A and B, so it toggles between sequence A and sequence B. And you see here is the speed half beats per minute. So that's also a very cool feature about these sequences, that you can go half speed with the whole sequence. So, and he uses the pattern mode. Ratchet fantastic. Okay. It's a nice low one. That one uses grains, I think. So some very nice. And what I also like, and then you hear really very much the analog type, this really analog sound. We did some things to the sound engine. I didn't mention that before, but we did some BIT things to it. And if you have this one, here, very nice. Analog type of sound. And of course you also can hear that in the bass presets already here, where the way essentially, so some of them are totally dry. Let me see. Not that one. This is also very dry. And sometimes you want to have that one in your music. This one combines again the tabla. Let me see, where is it? Simply a simple square waveform already can be a very nice bass. Yeah, cool, isn't it? So yeah, then the presets, over 240 presets. So in the tonal axis, you find some very nice ones. We have more edgy stuff from Audition. He always makes these grainy, dark things. So here, totally different character. So for everybody is something there. Very dirty bass. Also sequences. Let's see. We can trace some of his sequence sounds. So this sounds a bit glitchy. Nice. So it's up to you. This one uses fuzz in the pre-filter distortion. So for all kind of styles, things are on board. This one is also very interesting. Sound effect. Yeah, and of course we have some sounds of Jamal. Nice jazz bass. Need to play with my left hand, sorry. Yeah, the Jacko bass. Yeah, that's more a yeah, that was more a dark bass, Jacko Jamal bass. Very deep, but it's as if he is playing in a little pub, you know, a bit room sound to it. Very cool. Of course, yeah, I guess you guys, when you downloaded already, you played already some of the new stuff. And one of the easy things to discover them is I mentioned in this video where the location is. You also in the info section, in the download page, we mention where the locations are from these new presets. And then if you go, for instance, in the Jamal 03 bank, you click order by date, and then the last presets he created, in total 35 he created, are then starting at the top. Ratcheting used. That's a nice one. Let's see how that were to be with the other one. I put on the other bass, the Suburban Base. Sometimes it's nice to use them simply in the music. This is a nice one. It's called Sequence Minor Flaws Jamal. And this one uses also the string model. It's such a versatile instrument. We're very proud about it. And now, yeah, we have the different user interface sizes. What you see here, I use the 150% version. I have a screen which is pretty wide with 3300 and 1400 in height. I think the 125% version still will fit on a full HD screen, and then yeah, we have for the 4K users the 200% screen version. Then there is check for updates, and if you click on that, it checks on the server and it does say you have the latest version. So then you can check yourself if there's maybe a update. Okay, let's go to the chat room. Okay. Because always on the top, I keep that one on top. Okay. By the way, you see that on the right side, I found this again, this tool. You see, it shows the 4-core and how the CPU usage is on my PC. For some reason, it popped up again. So I used the right mouse and then a gadget, it's called. And when I clicked on it, it said, oh, you need to update. And I did update and now it pops up again. So that's cool. You can see I have a Core i7 3070, a 4-core, which is already, I think 8 years old, but still going strong, because what I did, I added a SSD hard disk to it and added at a later point, I think 2 years ago, a newer graphic card. And then suddenly you have the feeling that you have a new computer. So it's not always necessary to update the whole system. What helps is adding SSD and also refreshing your graphic card with a newer one, which a more contemporary one. Okay, so let's see in the chat room. Yeah, yeah, somebody mentioned Stanchion Dream, Jean-Michel Jarre. I created one preset in the sequence bank, which is called Berlin. Hello Berlin, I believe it was called. Let me see, guys, where it is again. That's a good one. I cannot find it. Then I go to not Order by Day, but then Hello Berlin. So with H, oh, here it is. Okay, wrong instrument. That's me again. Sorry. Yeah, that's that one. Okay. Of course, the tempo needs to be much higher. You see, and here's ratcheting used. Pattern, if I go to the pattern, it's A, B, A, and then C. So C has this ratcheting, I think. And B is without. So that's the cool thing. You can combine 3 things together in the pattern mode. So it first plays sequence A, sequence B, sequence A. And then you can tweak. Made the joke, we have even from my own band from Peru, I have called it Peruvian, which is this one. And of course ratcheting is then very cool. You can see. Can do is by re-trigger on off, is if you have it on, then it starts again on step 1. You see, and if you have re-trigger off and you play legato, So this is pretty much old style. And this one, I think, also percussion. And this one, if you use the modulation wheel, it goes deeper into, you see on the right side, FX1 and FX2, you have the modulation matrix. You can use a source to modulation wheel and make it go deeper in the reverb. Yeah, so cool stuff is possible with this amazing Suburban Base. Let's see if there's another one. Yeah, what you could do yourself, of course, because this one, it's, oh no, this one is also pattern. So if you see a sequence which is only doing one thing, like this one, keeps the same, what you could do is then go to command, copy the sequence to number 2, which is B. Then you have the same on sequence B, but there you could change it. And then you make it a pattern and you say AB, 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 AB. And I think I should update maybe the older sequence someday. So that's a way what you can do if you have a preset and you think, oh, the sequence is a bit too annoying. Copy it over by using the command feature, then copy it to another sequence, make it a pattern mode, and then of course save your preset again with your own name so that you always can find it back or back it up. Of course, if you save a song, it's inside the song as well, but you might want to use it elsewhere. Okay, guys, I wanted to play a song which we had last time. I could not, was removed. Hadley did send it, and we have so 2 songs today. One from Hadley, and the other one is, of course, Tom did send something very cool again, which we will send at the very end. So we take now a little musical break, and Hadley uses a lot of our plugins. He uses Predator 2, and the sound effects are from Omnisphere 2, he mentioned. And yeah, I played it before, but I want to play it again because the video in which we played it was deleted, which because of the copy infringement with this illusion. Yeah, the illusion thing. So let's play it again because it was a very nice piece, and what I like is really the pad sound from a Predator 2, how he uses that. So let's enjoy a few minutes of his music. And of course, Hadley was also the first one who mentioned to me this ratcheting stuff, and from there you see it became a whole different story. We added ratcheting in Blade 2, now in Suburban Base 2 with some additional features, so that's very cool. And but let's listen to the music from Hadley. So faded it out now because yeah, it continues for this, and I think we captured most of the things. Very nice sequences inside. I would also love to hear it without the sound effects because yeah, it's of course the title in Interrogation of the Mind from Hadley Weaver, but without the FX, I think it would be a very relaxing track. And yeah, cool. Thanks for sending. And if you have yourself maybe a nice track you like to share, which is using a lot of our plugins, just let us know. Not necessarily have to be everything of our plugins, of course, because there's a lot of cool other stuff out there. So just let us know. And yeah, this song was deleted, or not this song was deleted, but this whole video was deleted because I had this this bass creation. And well, last week the live stream we had this bass from Donna Summer, and that one is also inside Suburban Base. It's okay, that one is called, if we go to the manager, oh, state. So letter S, state of Ind. Very dry, really a choppy bass. And by the way, we also had talked about this bass which was falling one octave lower, and that inspired me to do some sub basses which has the same thing, which is a 808, and once you let go of the note, it falls down. So it goes very low. You hear that? Maybe I should make it a bit louder. Cool, isn't it? Another one. So these are really deep sub basses. So if let's see if it's let's go a bit lower with the tempo again, because we were very high in the tempo. So now it's relax again, isn't it? Now I can unmute the hi-hat. It's really a trap beat. So let's go to this bass. That goes maybe a bit too low. And but because there's already a bass drum in this one, mute the bass. So only the drums, and then use the bass here. Okay. Hear that? It goes very low. So some of the there's also a nice one. Sleigh bell. 808 with the sleigh bell. And of course we have the brilliant reverb. Let's put it off. That's, by the way, a little trick. If you click on the number, you see then it fades out. That's a bypass only for FX2. There's a bypass for both the FX, which is this one, and if you click on the number, you also can bypass it. And the other thing is, if you go over the FX label and you click, you can copy a FX1 to FX2 or the other way around, or even save a preset. If you have a nice setup for your flanger or whatever, you can save it. And so when I do number 2 is a reverb. You hear without reverb. And now with the reverb. Yeah, I mean, the reverb inside our plugins are really top notch. You would have to pay bucket loads of money to get this in hardware in terms of quality. Believe me, it's and the reason also why we have added these now, because we had initially the upper reverb, and there was a time when reverb was very CPU intensive, but the computers became more powerful. And yet my first idea was, the moment that happened, I thought, yeah, then we need to have the same quality in our instruments, because if the reverb is not 100% okay, it really breaks down the sound. And unlike delay, which is a very basic thing, reverb can really make a sound totally bad sounding. And you see in this sound, it's really adds a nice vibe to it. So these are one of the new sub-bass basses. Hotel bass. A little bell on it. That's also very nice. This is an 808 combined with a snare. One of the new snares. Also gives a very typical sound to it. And if you think, oh, the bass is too much in the sub range, put a bit of saturation. You get it a bit more distort. Some cool stuff. So in short, the new presets you find in Sequence Presets 03. Some new material there. I added some also weird stuff with vocal percussion. AI running. Tempo is too low for these, so I go a bit higher. Okay. Okay. Some weird stuff. So there are new ones in the sub-bass presets too, a few new ones, many new ones in the bass presets 06. I think there are, I wrote it down somewhere, if I'm not wrong, let me see. Okay. No. Did throw it away already. I think 70 new ones. Also the Deep House FM are added, so very dry, dirty sounds. This one. Dirty EDM. Yeah, some good stuff. Okay, yeah guys, let's see the chat room, because I'm again in my bubble playing around and fooling around with SubBoomBass. So maybe you not heard about it, that we released it. So if you have Explorer 6, you can log in, you go more down in the download page, scroll down, and then you find the single install of SubBoomBass 2. Close your music program, run it, and then you have the latest version of SubBoomBass 2. Maybe you did install Explorer 6 a bit longer time ago. then you might even download the Explore 6, because we also updated our RPA mod inside of it and a raw kick. So these are two other plugins we updated, and you can read it in the document. So if you go to Explore 6, you have the info section. You click on the information about this latest version of Explore 6, and in there we mention that we did update Suburban Base 2, raw kick, and RPA mode. So you still can only decide to download these three to update them. And the RPA mode was mainly a problem on the Mac computers. And if you have Suburban Base as a single product, then of course simply log in, go to My Products, download it, run the installer. Of course, don't forget to close your music program ahead of that, and then you will have all the new cool features and new sounds. Okay, tomorrow what I will do is one second. Let's keep that one, otherwise it's so dark on the screen. Tomorrow I will play I'll make a video and play some sounds from Suburban Base 2. Today I created this video about the 2021 update, that's what I call it, and what is new. So it's a few minutes, then you can check every single new thing, because sometimes I forget to mention here things as well, of course, because we added also some new FX, like clipper, distortion, tremolo, vibrato, and ring modulation as FX. Okay. So I'm checking now the chat room to see what is going over there. Okay, some questions. Yeah, about Blue 3. Yeah, that's going to be next year, because it's a big operation, because people will then be able to load their own samples, and that's going to be a heavy one, Blue 3. But of course, once it comes out, I'm pretty sure you will be happy. And in the meantime, I mean, you can enjoy the current Blue 2. It's still a great, fantastic machine. But of course, okay. Oh, I see also ABC do beat making in the chat room. He has a very nice channel for the French speaking producers. Check it out. He does, I think, mainly Reason things, but good videos about several products. Yeah. Yeah, when you have to be patient about Blue 3. But once we release it, it will be cool. I promise that. What's going to happen next? Well, next release will be a FX, but it will not be part of the Explore 6. But it will most likely be in April that we will have that, maybe earlier. It's a very cool thing, very simple, but I had again a interesting idea, and John coded that into something very cool. So I had a different idea about something, and it's going to be very cool. So I promise it's an FX, and after that also another thing is in the the vocoder plan is also planned. In fact, John did send me already a basic layout for it, but I don't want to be it like a regular vocoder, because that doesn't make sense to bring something out which is already there. So I'm diving into it to have new ideas inside of it and new options, so that once we release this vocoder type of thing, that it's going to be really different, and again having its own sound, because otherwise it would be boring for me. I don't want to do that. So, and then of course there is this plan for Predator 3, which is the big update, but that will be later after I think in the autumn. also much work, some cool ideas already for it. And so yeah, we still will be busy. We also will planning an update for Vecto, having granular in Vecto. That will be interesting. So yeah, so you also will see some smaller updates. Of course, the Suburban Base 2, this update is essentially almost a big update because yeah, we added so much new stuff inside of it. But yeah, I'm sure people will enjoy it, the new sounds and all the cool new features. Well, Winston says, put a filter bank resonator in the vocoder. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, I need to try it out. Most likely tomorrow I will play the first time with it. Need to connect a microphone and play it and see what John cooked together. Yeah. Vector is a very cool synthesizer. It came over from the recent platform, but it's a very interesting instrument. Okay, guys, we go out. Okay, I see some ideas popping up about the vocoder. Can you automate the vocoder dynamically? Okay, yeah, well, maybe once we get to it, we will discuss this. Okay, yeah, some people throw some ideas. Yeah, guys, I want to go out today again a bit earlier because I'm very tired from a long day video creation, and I have something cool from Tom. Tom did send again a demo song, and I emailed him. I said, well, the beginning I didn't like that much, but he changed that, and then so it started a bit very thin with a bit of FX, and then he used a such a nice brass sound. So maybe Tom is still there. Maybe he can tell what it is. So, and then next week, we do some things which David did send me, which I could not have the time today to check it out for the live stream, but that's done for next week. So we go out again, guys, with something from Tom. And maybe Tom can tell us what this brass sound is. It's such a nice brass sound. Not in the beginning because that's filtered, but once it kicks in, it's very interesting. So let's play it. Ocean Track, it's called. Okay, I played second time because it was so nice, and then we ended. Yeah, cool. Yeah, the reverb, it's awesome. Yeah, RB reverb, I know. It's I'm addicted to it as well. Okay, let's play it again because the brass, it's so nice. Then when the pad comes in, lovely. So this part is filtered just like from a little radio, and then it goes to the full sound. Now it comes. Thanks, Tom. Guys, stay safe and see you next week. Bye.